Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, February 27th.
Now over to Jenny with some more announcements.
Thank you. The quote of the day today is, "Success is how high you bounce when you hit bottom," by George S. Patton. Lunch for today is buffalo chicken queso dip and a hot combo of chicken filet sandwich. And lunch for tomorrow is pizza sticks. Now over to your weather report.
Good afternoon, CV. Today is going to be a high of 39 with a low of 27. And I'm sure as you realize today it is going to be pretty windy, and that wind is really not going to stop until this evening. And tomorrow is going to be a high of 40 with a low of 23. And the sun's going to come back out a little bit. It's going to be partly sunny tomorrow. Have a great day, CV. Now to headline news. Thanks, Weather Girl. A woman in Japan tested positive for the coronavirus for the second time on Wednesday, as the country grips with 190 cases separate from the Diamond Princess cruise ship outbreak, according to multiple reports. The tour bus guide in her 40s first tested positive in late January and was released from the hospital after recovering. She was readmitted after having a sore throat and chest pains, according to the local government. It's a first known case of a second positive test in Japan, which prompted Health Minister Katsunobu Kato to inform Japan's central government of the need to review previous patient lists and monitor the condition of those previously discharged. Once you have the infection, it could remain dormant and with minimal symptoms, and then you can get an exacerbation if it finds its way into the lungs, said Philip Tierno, Jr., professor of microbiology and pathology at NYU School of Medicine. The virus can reportedly spread without symptoms showing up, which forces officials to play catch-up and makes it far more difficult to manage. I'm Sophia Steed, reporting.
A representative from Mount Aloysius College will be in the guidance office on Wednesday, March 4th at 10 a.m. to meet with students. If you would like to speak to them, please see Ms. McDaniel in the guidance office for a pass.
The Link Crew informational meeting will take place on March 10th during Flex. Stay tuned for more announcements. Thanks. A museum curator is coming after school from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, Thursday, February 27th. If interested, please come to Miss Flick's room 235. Now over to Tea with CV.
Mark, you want to say anything?
Hey, what's up, CV? So this week we are talking about the U.S. citizenship test. And if you didn't know, you have to take the test. Unless you were born here, you have to take the test in order to become a U.S. citizen. So we're going to go see what CV has to say about this citizenship tea. Oh, I'm going to ask you some questions from the U.S. citizenship test.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen, yeah.
That's good.
Okay, what are the first three words to the preamble of the Constitution?
We the people.
Yes, okay. So the Declaration of Independence, they give you 3 rights in the second paragraph. Do you know what one of them is? It's something, something, and the pursuit of something.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness?
Yes, oh my goodness.
What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment?
Freedom of speech?
Yes. Can you name the other 4?
No, not off the top of my head.
Yeah. Well, it's not required by the U.S. citizenship test, so congratulations, you are a citizen.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is one right in the First Amendment that you get in the Constitution?
I don't know nothing about history.
Freedom of speech?
Yeah.
For real?
Who does a U.S. senator represent?
A state.
Yes.
So we elect a president for how many years?
4.
And what month do we elect him? Or her?
November.
Yes, good job.
What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment?
Freedom of speech.
Can you name the other four?
Freedom of the press, freedom of religion, freedom to practice religion, and right to assemble peacefully.
Yes. Wow, you're doing great.
How many amendments are there to the Constitution?
Right now, there's 26. There's 27.
Whoever can answer the question first, we'll do a little competition. How many amendments does the Constitution have?
27?
Yeah.
27. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah, good. That was good. How long do we elect the president for?
4-year terms.
Yes. And
Explain to me, how do you know?
We're in the same history class.
It doesn't mean that I pay attention.
and what are the two parts of Congress?
Senate and
House of
Senate.
Representatives.
No,
Senate, House of Representatives.
No, Senate.
I finished it first. I finished it first.
Senate.
No.
No, it's me. What do you mean?
Senate.
Okay. You both got it though. You both got it.
What is one right that you are given in the First Amendment to the Constitution?
Freedom of speech.
Can you name the others? There are 5, technically 6.
Right to bear arms. That's not in it. Nope. Right to vote. Uh-oh. I should have took in AP US history. Oh my god.
What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution?
Bill of Rights.
Yes.
We're gonna ask you some questions about the U.S. citizenship test, that are on the test, okay?
What is one right from the First Amendment?
Freedom of speech.
Yes. Can you name any of the other ones?
The right to bear arms.
That one's the Second Amendment.
Freedom of press, I think. Yeah. Yeah, there's some more. I don't know.
Yeah, you got 2. No, that was good.
What is one right given to you in the First Amendment?
Right to bear arms.
That's another amendment, but the First Amendment gives you a lot of rights.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, of speech. Yeah, and press. Can you name any more? There's 5, technically 6.
Press, speech, religion, and I forget. I don't know.
Do you know how many amendments there are?
25.
That's close. That's close. Wrong direction.
27.
27. Yeah, you guys got it right. In the Declaration of Independence, what are the 3 rights that Thomas Jefferson lists in?
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
She didn't even need to.
Welcome back, Stevie. So for this week's Steve, we went around the school and we asked questions that are on the study guide for the U.S. citizenship test.
Yes, and one thing we found was that not very many people know their stuff. Some people do, some people don't. But one thing that was pretty common is that people got the Second Amendment confused with the First Amendment. But it's good that you know that you have those rights. That's good.
Yeah, well, we did do okay as a whole. This school, I feel like we could do a little better to just know our rights and know how the government works. So maybe crack open that history book again or something, or do a little review, because the thing is, the Constitution gives us all of our rights and is such an important document. And it is the model for a lot of modern countries, and it's one of the oldest models in the book. So I feel like it would do us good to know our rights, right? Right. That's the tea for this week, Stevie.
Hey, what's up, Stevie? This week we're asking people if they are U.S. citizens. No, we're not asking people. Anyway, no, you don't have to. Hey. Okay. What do I want to say? I'll do a whole bloopers at the end of just me messing up on the introduction. Hey, what's up, CB? So this week, you were holding this so scarily still, and I love it. Okay. Unless you were born here. This is really just taking me forever.
You got this, Madeline.
Seniors, the Penn State Alumni Association Scholarship is now available in the guidance office and on Schoology. The applicants must be a graduating senior that will be attending a Penn State University campus in the fall. The deadline to apply is Monday, April 20th. Seniors, the Lancaster County Farm and Home Foundation Scholarship is now available on Schoology and in the guidance office. The scholarship deadline is April 17th. There will be a mandatory TSA meeting next Tuesday after school discussing the state conference members can come down and pick up their paperwork from Mr. T. Thomas before the meeting. Now over to a course selection announcement.
Mr. Kapp back again here with Dr. Daniker, supervisor of our science department. We're so excited about some of the course offerings coming out of the science department this year for course selection, and I'm here today to ask him some questions about that so he can elaborate on all the opportunities that you have. So tell us, Dr. Daniker, what can our students take in our science department?
Excellent. Well, we have a lot of offerings, and we break them down into what pretty much happens in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. So 9th grade is our Principles of Science class. So this is geology, which is the study of Earth, and a basic chemistry. 10th grade is biology and the study of life, and you have the bio keystone after that course, so that's the end of course exam for that. 11th grade is usually chemistry, and 12th grade is physics. So what we do, if you're going on to a four-year college, you take one of those sciences each year, and you go through to your senior year, you have all four sciences and a well-rounded education. If you're looking at more of a, a technical school, you're going to go to the CTC, maybe you're going into the military or right into business right out of high school. We can work with a 3-year program where you can take your senior year and go to the CTC. So we'll work with a 3-year program as well. So those are the required courses that we have. Then we have the electives. Of course, we have advanced placement courses. We have advanced placement biology, AP chemistry, AP physics, and AP environmental science. We also have other year-long electives like freshwater biology and ecology, which are really field courses. The students go out and collect data. They're in their streams. They're collecting dirt samples. They're collecting organisms, macroinvertebrates. So it's a real field-based courses. We also have a research class, which ultimately ends in a science fair project, which can actually net you some money. You can win some prizes at the North
Money's always
Museum.
good.
Yep.
Money's good.
Yep. So that's a great opportunity. And then we created a whole series of marking period electives. So it's a half-credit elective. Some of them are new. So we have astronomy. We have anatomy and physiology A and B, forensic science, biotechnology, electric circuits, Pennsylvania fishes, chemistry in the kitchen, and science, society, and technology, which is a virtual class looking at how technology impacts our society.
What's the difference between ecology and freshwater biology? I know they're similar in some ways.
That's an excellent question. So freshwater biology focuses on the freshwater. So you're getting the macroinvertebrates, the stream studies, water chemistry, and ecology is more terrestrial. You're looking at the landforms and how it impacts the watershed rather than the actual streams and rivers.
Forensic science sounds so cool. I know a lot of kids watch CSI and shows like that.
Right.
What do they learn in forensic science?
Well, it's all crime scene investigation, from fingerprints to ballistics. Miss Yee is our current teacher for that, and she actually does a lot of lab activities where the students are doing problem solving to solve the crime.
And chemistry in the kitchen. Very cool. It's kind of like an FCS class in a way, but it's a science course.
Correct, because it's really focusing on the science of cooking. So what does baking powder versus baking soda do in a recipe? If you're using egg whites, what does it actually do for the recipe? So there are some times that the kids are cooking at home and bringing in what they make, or they'll actually make it in class. They made cheese this year.
Wow.
So it's actually the chemistry of cooking.
And biotechnology. What is that?
Well, biotechnology is a course where it's all hands-on, lab-based again. We're looking at DNA fingerprinting, so you're actually breaking down and collecting the DNA samples, putting it through gel electrophoresis, plus a wide range of other cool biotechniques that we mention in biology classes and get a chance to just do a little bit in AP Bio. So it's really a hands-on biotech class.
So cool. So many opportunities. It's fantastic. So talk to us, talk to your teachers in the science department, talk to your counselors so we can really investigate all these opportunities, can really change your life taking these courses. So communicate with us and think about everything we said here today. Thank you, everybody.
Seniors, the Joseph F. Korjaka Scholarship is now available on Schoology and in the guidance office. This scholarship is eligible and only eligible for a senior who is applying and will be attending a campus for the Pennsylvania State University majoring in business administration or business-related course of study or education for the 2020 to 2021 academic year. This scholarship's deadline is March 27th. Seniors, the application for the Road to Safety Scholarship Contest is now available in the guidance office and on Schoology. The deadline for entries is April 15th, 2020. Now over to CV Sports.
Listen up! Opportunity's knocking, just like we talked about. And it's
James Franklin, to me, Coach of the Year in college football.
Brad Haley will score!
To all participants of the Dutch Dodgeball Tournament, thank you for entering this year. On Saturday, individual registration will begin at noon. You will need to have an individual waiver with your parent or guardian signature in order to be eligible to play. These forms are located in the high school cafe or see Mr. Hartlop. At 12:30 sharp, captains must be present for the rules interpretation meeting so that all teams understand the format of gameplay and all rules before the tournament begins. At 1 p.m., the balls will start flying. You will be able to keep up to date on the progress of the dodgeball tournament through the school's website. A portion of proceeds of this tournament benefit the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation to find a cure for this disease. Spectators are welcome to attend and enjoy our concessions, but viewing is at your own risk as balls will be flying.
Track and field will meet this coming Monday the 2nd in the auditorium at 3:15.
There are no sports for today.
Go home and do your homework.
Now our sports highlights.
Kenan Johan Larson on the draw. Sit back and enjoy Wednesday night hockey from the Mile High City. He has room. He'll assert. Turn on Curtis Lazar a couple of times. Draw it in. A chance. Off Copper. They score! Blue paint. And it goes right to Landeskog.
So you can see he's got some zip to his shot.
First round pick. He's been developing in the American Hockey League all year. They score right out in front.
And gets inside position too. Great pass, inside positioning.
Guarded by Frolik. Shot taken off the pad of Hutton. The rebound scores! And there it is. Martin Kaut.
Kicks right out in front. Martin Kaut is Johnny on the spot, putting it home for his first NHL goal.
Ian Cole, a tip right on. Hutton says no. Hackenwack, time off the post. He'll bust in. McKinnon, what a pass. Oh, what a stop by Hutton. A couple of times. McCabe up top. They score! A shot that has eyes and maybe a deflection out in front. Play was made by Frolik. And Buffalo with a 2-1 lead, Bush.
Yeah, I think Lazar gets a piece of it.
Nathan McKinnon creates space. Right down Main Street, stopped by Hutton. Series game at Air Force Academy. Donskoy in front. They score! J.T. Copper. For wide open.
Yeah, and once you miss with the stick, the momentum has got you going right.
Finding Yoki Haru. His shot stopped by Francouz. The rebound. Blocked in front. Gerard moves it back. Marcus Johansson. For a shot. Tipped the rebound. Right along the line and out. Eichel awaiting. Johansson, Olofsson, and Francouz got across. 30 seconds left. Eichel steps in. His shot off the pad of Francouz. 6 seconds left. To the point, Dahlin. Moved along for Olofsson. To the slot. Gets the line and blocked. The rebound goes wide.
That's all the announcements we have for you today. On behalf of WCVH, I'm Elisandra alongside
Zamir.
And this is
CV
Today.
Have a trendy
Thursday.
Thursday.
Only be one thing. I don't